I think another lesson is you need to understand where you're starting from when you determine what the goals are for your plan, and also what you're going to put in your plan. So with the Ocean SAMP process, we were able to really create some very strong policy, and policies that are enforceable policies, because in Rhode Island, we have a strong coastal program, and the relationships between the state and the university, and whether it be the marine trades or the fishing communities or the tribes, the unions, there is a relationship there. So because we understand where we are in the context of the situation, we're able to develop enforceable policies. With other situations, I mentioned our shellfish management plan in Rhode Island. At that time when we started, there was a lot of mistrust between the state and the shell fishermen and the aquaculture industry, for example. And therefore that plan, we developed just recommendations for that plan, because for the shellfish management plan, which has a spatial perspective to it, we weren't ready to create regulations and policies because we understood the context. So if we had, then we would have raised expectations, and that would have served as a pretty sure we would have failed with the development of that plan if it had been a regulatory document. When you're developing your plan and you're developing your stakeholder process, remember that you're going to need the stakeholder process while you're implementing. So the stakeholder process doesn't end once the plan has been completed. That even more, you're going to need that stakeholder support during implementation. So in the development of your plan, you need to think about strategies, techniques where maybe not all stakeholders are involved as much as they were during the stakeholder process, but key stakeholder members are involved in the process during implementation. With the Ocean SAMP, we had the Fishermen's Advisory Board, which include different sectors of the fishing community to ensure that they were involved in the implementation of any activities that had to do with the Ocean SAMP area. We also have a Habitat Advisory Board, since there was a significant interest by environmental communities, including researchers and environmental organizations, to stay informed and have a good, solid seat at the table. Other stakeholders were very interested in continuing to participate, however, maybe not to the degree that this Habitat Advisory Board or the Fishermen's Advisory Board were participating. So we continue to have stakeholder meetings. We continue to have emails sent out to inform stakeholders about new research and new decisions. We're also updating the Ocean SAMP now, and bringing in key stakeholders when necessary. So for example, right now we are updating the recreational and tourism chapter. So just last week, we had a group of members of the sailing community, the Coast Guard, researchers coming together to review the information in the recreation tourism chapter to determine how do we update the information on that in that plan.